Hello, my name is Terrell.
And my name is Alexandria.
We are up on this roof with Pastor Corey Brooks, trying to bring awareness to this community. And we've been just trying to figure out what we can do to play our part.
So for each and every day in February, we're going to highlight a Black entrepreneur.
Here we go.
My name is Michael David Hammond, and I am an actor here in the great city of Chicago.
All right, Michael. For the aspiring actors and actresses out there, explain basically how you can get into the acting career.
I mean, they could start out the way I started out, and many others started out, which is starting out with background, get your feet wet, get the knowledge of being on a live set and everything, and just work your way up from there.
What got you into acting?
I like entertaining people. I just love the smiles, man.
So, like, just one day you just woke up and was like, hey, I want to be an actor, and you got on TV.
I mean, pretty much, yeah, man. I seen, I'm like, man, I want to do something else, because the 9-to-5s wasn't working for me, man. And so I seen this casting call for this show, and I'm like, I'll just go do a little extra work, ain't nothing wrong with it. Got on set, and I'm like, man, I'm really digging this. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go full force with it. I did that for about 6 months of my beginning of my career, and a pilot came into Chicago filming, and the director, Eric, gave me my first speaking role. So it was just up from there. So
I know your career is far from being over, but as of right now, like, what are some of the highlights?
Oh man.
Like, what are some of those memorable moments in your life right now?
Finding out that I was gonna be on an international movie on Netflix called Beats. And booking
Wait, stop right there. You were on Beats.
Yes.
Let's speak with that. How did that happen?
Oh man. So I actually got a email from my agent, and the role was for a one-liner, just one line. That's it. Went in there, did the one line, and the director, Chris Robinson, I guess he loved my demeanor, and the voice kind of catches people too. So he told me, he said, hey, go out and see my assistant. Went out to see the assistant. I didn't know what was going on. Went out there, she's like, oh, well, he wants you to read for another part. All right, cool. How much can you remember? I said, well, give me like 10, 15 minutes, I give you 15 pages. You give me 30 minutes, I remember the whole script. And it was just up from there. The role that I played wasn't even in the script. It was actually written for me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So, going back to remembering lines, how do you do that? What is your technique with that?
So at the beginning of my career, I kind of cheated a little bit on my auditions. Especially self-tapes. Mainly self-tapes. So I had, remember those old projectors that used to be in school where they laid the clip piece of paper on there and it showed up on the wall? So that's how I used to do my self-tapes, and just cheated a little bit. But as the years went on, I just repeat them. It's a repetitive motion. Just repeat them, drop the paper and keep repeating them. And it's just gonna become second nature to you.
What are some of the things that you thought couldn't happen?
Oh man. Being on TV. Actually being on TV and making my mom proud and smile to see her son not being a statistic in the streets and doing something he loves.
So we spoke a little bit earlier about your help in the community.
Yes.
Can you Elaborate on that for us.
Well, one thing I do love to do is feed the homeless. Me and my family, every year around Thanksgiving, we go out and we actually make 100 dinners, and we hand out 100 dinners to the homeless, hygiene products and so on and so forth.
And then you also talking about the acting, how you help out kids.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like to steer the kids into the right direction. Coming from a background of doing the dumb stuff and being a statistic, I wouldn't wish that on any kid. You know, it's just too much. It's too much influence out there already. So why not give them the right influence? Mentor them. Show them that you can come from a crime-ridden neighborhood and be on TV. You can go to the NBA or whatever, so on and so forth. You don't have to be a statistic.
Why do you do that? Like, why even take the time? You're on TV. Why even take the time out to help?
Because who else is going to help? Who else is going to help the kids in our community? We as adults in the community need to guide the future into the right direction, you know, and not, as I stated before, not towards being a statistic, you know, a life of drugs and crime and stuff like that.
People always think when they see people on TV, they're like, oh man, they rich, they got money. Can you explain a little bit about the hard work and the levels it is to get to that
man,
point?
It's definitely levels. You ain't gonna come into this game thinking you're gonna be. I hope you don't think you're gonna be rich, because it don't just happen overnight. You have to build up resume and build up your reels and experience to be able to sit down and negotiate the contracts to the money you feel you're worth. You know, it's definitely levels to this. It is, you got your entry where you're just coming in and you're making scale. And then of course, as you get on through the years, you work your way up to be able to negotiate a little bit. And then soon, you know, you climb the ladder to where you are making the big money.
So for those that's maybe in this or just getting into this, can you break down SAG for us and maybe like why you can join and why not to join SAG?
So SAG, which stands for the Screen Actors Guild, it's the union for actors and actresses abroad. And of course they got SAG for directors and so on and so forth. I think joining SAG is an amazing thing because it gives you stability on set. Because let's say you're being mistreated on set and you're not SAG. I mean, even though it's a SAG project, you can give them a call and tell them, and it'll be, you know, they'll still do something for you. But being a SAG actor and being in the union and paying your dues, it does help out a lot because then they'll be there quick, fast, and hurry to assist you.
For that person that's maybe on the cusp of wanting to be an actor and maybe just like, I can't do that, doesn't believe in themselves, what do you say to that child or that person?
If you wake up every day and go to sleep every day thinking about being an actor or an actress, that's what you're supposed to do. There's no ifs, ands, or buts to it. You are made to be an actor and actress. If that's all you think about, do it. Don't let the naysayers stop you. Don't let a lot of people get in their heads and psych themselves out. People need to break that. And a lot of that comes from outside. Oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. So then you in turn tell yourselves, oh, I can't do this and I can't do that. No, you can do it. If that's all you think about, do it. Whatever it is, being an actor, actress, whatever field you think about going or career choice you think about, if that's what you think about, do it. Don't listen to anybody.